Hey guys, it's Justin Goodbread, Financially Simple. I just had a lunch meeting with a business owner, and I said, how's your business doing? And he goes, man, I'm discouraged. I'm like, really? Why are you discouraged? He said, man, I hate my job. Am I like the only one? I said, actually, no. I think I read a statistic some while back that 85% of people don't like what they do for a living. He's like, man, I'm in that ballpark. He goes, I would be okay if I just could figure out how to get more revenue. I'm like, well, why can't you get more revenue? So we began walking through it. And he's what I call the entrepreneurial death spiral. We've all seen the death spiral, right? I watched the bird one time catch a dragonfly. We've all seen the dragonflies. They're really cool to watch. But the bird caught it by the wings. And it lost one of its two wings, and what it was doing is it was circling, trying to fly, but it was off balance, and it was just circling and it actually fell to the ground. And then a death spiral, and the bird came back and got the dragonfly. So this guy's on a self-employed death spiral. He feels like he doesn't have enough clientele, and he's not willing to market. And because he's not willing to market, because he needs the marketing dollars for his lifestyle. So because he's not willing to cut his lifestyle, he's not willing to market. Because he's not willing to market, he's not getting more customer. Because he's not getting more customer, he's not increasing his revenue. And it just spins and spins and spins. He's like, Justin, I don't know, man. I'm just, time to get you've heard this, real job. I'm like, time out, man. Let's stop for a second. When's the last time you did a budget? He goes, I knew you weren't going to go through this meeting without saying the B word. I'm like, I'm just asking you, brother, when's the last time you did a budget? He said, Justin, we spend $6,000 a month. I said, I don't care. When's the last time you did a budget? Well, we spend, and this, I said, stop. When's the last time you answer the question? When's the last time you did a budget? I've never done one. I said, okay, before we can talk about your death spiral you're in, I want to see your budget because I promise you, you're wasting money. Well, no, we're tight as can be. I said, budget. And he says, okay, well, I'll do a budget. I said, I promise I'll be able to find some money savings. He goes, there's no way. I said, I promise. Been doing this long enough. Fast forward now, here's what's going to happen. Whenever he does his budget, it will not be complete. It will not have all the money where he spent in the last 2 months, and it's not going to dictate out everywhere he's going to need to spend money. I can promise you that. Second phase is he lives a different lifestyle. His budgetary lifestyle where he's cut his expenses back, I promise you he's not eating rice and beans. I promise you that. He's not gone through hard enough time yet to realize what self-employed people must do in order to get our businesses off the ground. So he's going to be faced with a revised budget that I'll help him with, whether or not he wants to live to that revised budget or go get a real job. I hope he lives to a revised budget, because if I can free the money up out of his budget, then we can begin marketing. It's crazy. Once he begins marketing, then he's going to increase his income. And he's going to get out of that death spiral. It all goes back. You hear me over and over and over again. Do your budget, especially self-employed folks. Guys, we got to run our home budget and our business budget. We would not operate our business without knowing how much money we make and where we spend it. But yet we do it in our home all the time. I hope he listens. If he doesn't, and I have many people that don't, then he will be getting a, quote, real job. And he's going to give up on his dreams that he has, which is sad to me. So my job is to try to prevent that from happening to you. Get your budget. Hey guys, Justin Goodbread, make it a great day.